Hey, what's up you guys? It's Bree. Welcome to or back to my channel. Wow, a lot has happened in the last week since my last video. I want to welcome you to the first video I am uploading to YouTube in my new YouTube creation studio. And that is what I wanted to do this video on today as well. So today's video is going to be a very exciting one. I am going to be sharing with you how I am creating and manifesting my dream life. So this YouTube creation studio has been in the making for almost 1 year. I never really thought this was actually going to be a reality for me, and there were a lot of emotions that went into the creating of this studio. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing a little bit about what my life looks like now, the ins and outs of building a cabin studio, how much it costs, why I built it, and I'm also going to be giving you the big reveal. So if anyone else is out there and you're looking to take a big risk, change your life around, or maybe you're looking to build a cabin or a studio, then this video could be very helpful to you because I'm going to be sharing all of the highlights and also all of the hiccups along the way. But before we jump into all of that, I want to say a massive thank you to the team at Rugs of Beauty for sponsoring today's video. I was on the hunt for a beautiful rug that would fit this studio, so I actually approached Rugs of Beauty myself because I was going through their website and absolutely loved their range. They have heaps of different rugs, but I was looking for a small, round, cute rug that would fit my studio. So luckily they jumped on board. They were more than happy to provide me with my dream rug, and I'm just so happy to have them as today's sponsor because I genuinely love them. I love their entire range, and I honestly couldn't think of a better sponsor for today's video. I will leave some links to their socials and website down below in the description, so if you'd like to check them out, definitely do that. But I'm not going to be showing you the rug just yet. I'm going to leave that for the big reveal later on in this video. So let's just jump straight into this video and start answering all of the questions you guys have been waiting for. For those of you who don't know, I have recently resigned from my secure full-time job in radio to go after my real dream. And whenever people ask me what that is, it's kind of hard to answer, but I'll try. I basically don't want to tie myself down to one creative avenue, so it's a bunch of different things. I want to continue creating life-changing, entertaining, informative, and fun YouTube videos for you guys and content over on Instagram and TikTok, but I also write books and sing, and I'm also working on a secret project right now that is going to take up quite a bit of my time as well, that I will be announcing and telling you all about very soon. I just don't want to give too much away about it now, but leaving my full-time job allows me all of the time in the world to juggle all of my creative interests. And now, I am not a risk taker at all, and I am very strict with money. So over the last 6 years, I have basically saved all of the money I've earned. So the thought of leaving my full-time job to pursue something so risky and unknown was just absolutely terrifying to me. But I realized that if there was ever a time to take such a big financial risk like this, now is the time, because I don't have kids, I don't have debts, I don't have a mortgage. I have mentioned this before, since the start of 2020 this year, I have been actively practicing self-love and believing in myself and just taking a risk and jumping out of my comfort zone, which is why I was finally in a position and a mindset to do something like this. So I set myself 4 goals. Continue saving money, prove to myself that I can grow my audience on social media, create more than one stream of income outside of my full-time job, and 4 was, of course, to create a space that I can work in and film in, because right now I live with 3 other people who are always home, and filming and talking over and over to a camera in a room where everyone else can hear what I'm saying wasn't necessarily the most comfortable position for me. And not only that, I didn't actually have a space to film in because my room is quite dark. It doesn't have a lot of natural lighting, so I just wanted a nice backdrop. I wanted a professional space, a space that was separate to the space that I sleep in and relax in, because I want to get work done. So my options were basically my partner Dylan and I would have to move out, or I would have to build a separate space to work in. Dylan and I started writing a pros and cons list for building a cabin versus a pros and cons list for moving out and renting a place. And as you can see, the list looked a little bit like this. So upon reflection of all of that, we started looking at cabins again. Alright, and now that I've covered why I built this, I'm gonna go into how. So that brings us to the start of the studio building timeline. My partner Dylan and I started by searching the internet for cabins, how much they're going to cost, who I should go with, how it actually works, because I had no idea. I actually just sent out a few emails to get some quotes, and the cutest cabin for the most affordable and reasonable price was from Cabins for Queensland, and that's the one I ended up going with. They quoted $10,000, and the next step from there was to organize for me to meet them and check out some of the cabins that they've done before. And I will insert some footage here from the cabins that I checked out, but I was really happy with the way that they looked. So then the next step after that was to organize an inspection with them to pop over and check out the logistics and where we would put a cabin on the property that I live in. And because the spot that I wanted the cabin to be built on was on a bit of a decline, so it was on a hill, they had to add some additional charges for putting in a balcony, railing, and some steps. That now brought the total to 11,600 Australian dollars. So before I pushed go on that, I had to map out all of my additional costs like painting, electricity, furniture, and all of the extra little costs like that. So I was estimating that it was going to come to around 17,000 Australian dollars. 17,000 Australian dollars in the end. So yeah, was I way off or was I close? I guess you'll just have to wait and see. So once I came to terms with the cost of the cabin in total and realized that it was really worth it, I booked Cabins for Queensland in, and they built the entire frame within 1 week. Oh my gosh, look at it! So excited, and I'm so happy with this. I can't wait to decorate it. So this is the inside right now. I have a nice view of outside. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna use this space just yet, but I know that I wanna have a cute little shelving system. Yeah, there's gonna be lots of plants in here. I wanna make it feel really homey and cute. It's kind of hard to imagine right now what it's going to look like, but yeah, super excited. Watch this space. Within that time, I looked for a painter, and luckily the family friend, he owns a painting business, so I booked him in straight away. And I spent a lot of time going over colors and spending a lot of time on Pinterest, which if you're gonna do a project like this, Pinterest is your best friend. It's gonna help you choose a color scheme and really visualize what the end product is going to look like, because this cabin right now looks nothing like it did before it was painted. She is all painted and pretty now, except for the door. That door is going to be swapped over eventually so that the glass goes all the way down to the floor. So I'm not going to paint that yet. So the reason that I ended up choosing white is because I just wanted to have a really clean, nice, bright background. I didn't want it to be dark in here, and as you can see, it is quite bright. I received the quote for painting, and that came to 2,300 Australian dollars. The next step for me was to source flooring, which I honestly had no idea where to start and what to do. All of this was a huge learning curve for me, and I think it's going to really help in the future if I decide to renovate or build a home. I ended up sourcing the flooring from Bunnings Warehouse. They have DIY flooring, and I thought, yeah, great, I'll buy some flooring, I'll do it myself, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, done and dusted. Yeah, not as easy as I thought, actually quite complex. And luckily I had my dad and granddad put it in, but I ended up going with a nice light kind of gray wooden plank, which I will show you on the screen right here. Absolutely love it. Again, the reason I got this color was because I wanted to keep everything really nice and light in here. It's just the vibe I was going for. So the flooring and the underlay ended up coming to a total of $240, which I thought was pretty darn good. The next step was to book in electricity, and this has got to be my favorite job of the entire project, because I tried to call so many different electricians. They were all booked out until I finally found one nearby. They told me they would have to dig up a trench to install a line from the closest power point, which is near our pool, down to the cabin, which is about 35 meters. But yeah, they'd have to bring in a bobcat and dig it all up, make a mess. They ended up doing this and installing the electricity within 1 day, which is fantastic, and that cost me 2,150 Australian dollars. So now that I've covered the part that I liked the least, the part that I loved the most was shopping for furniture and decor. There were a lot of plants involved, and I got myself some other things as well, which I will show you in the reveal. So I think I spent around $350 altogether when it comes to furniture, because I did luckily get to steal some furniture that was up at the house. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I also ordered these studio lights, which you are looking at right now, and I'll put some close-ups on the screen. This ring light right here is the newer 18-inch ring light, and then these two right here are the Volkwell soft boxes. For all three of these lights, it came to a total of $180, which I was absolutely stoked with. And they're stunning. I love them. I'm gonna get to the total very soon. In between this time, I also started organizing the air conditioning. So it turns out I've ended up going with a split system air conditioning unit, which, by the way, it is very nice but very expensive. I ended up getting like a Mitsubishi 2.5 kilowatt very small split system air conditioning unit. And that's going to cost me $845 for the unit itself and around $800 for the installation. It comes to a total of about 1,700 Australian dollars. So, after all of that, this studio has cost me a total of, drumroll please, $18,520 Australian dollars. Wow, when I say it out loud, it's kind of crazy, but now that I'm sitting in here right now, I have no regrets whatsoever. I 100,000% see the value in this, and I'm so happy, so stinking happy that I did this. After ticking all 4 boxes I needed to reach my goal, I knew there was one thing left that I had to do, and that is resign from my full-time job. This was probably the scariest part out of all of it, because change is scary, and this was the biggest change I've probably ever made in my life. The me prior to 2020 would have never ever taken an almost $20,000 gamble on my future. So as much as it frightened me, I knew I had to stick to my guns and give myself a proper opportunity at reaching my goals and making my dream a reality. So I handed in my resignation, said farewell to life as I knew it, and had a number of quarter life crises in the meantime. And welcome to the moment you've probably all been waiting for. Now that I have explained the how and the why, I think it's time for the big reveal. So I was on the hunt for a really minimal white clean desk, and I got this one from Officeworks, and I think this was around $90. I just put this on the wrong way. And then if we move over here, these are just a bunch of cute artificial plants. I got them from a number of different places. Some I had before I went shopping for the studio, so a lot of these are from dollar stores and cute little plant shops and things like that. I don't recall how much money they were. I got the white shelves here from Bunnings Warehouse for $50, and the wall decor over here is from a variety of different home decor stores. But as you can see, these two are actually placemats, and these two cuties over here are coasters. But we're making them work as wall decor. Here is the rug from Rugs of Beauty that I've chosen. I'm just waiting on it to arrive, and I cannot wait because I feel like it's just a last piece of the puzzle that's gonna bring this studio together. So once I have the rug in here, I would definitely give you guys an update. Absolutely love Rugs of Beauty. And as you can see, I've given myself a couple of different backdrops. So I've got this one right here. There's also this backdrop. It's not 100% finalized yet, but this is one of the other backdrops, and let me show you the third. And there is this one, which is my working space. I guess I can use this for videos on productivity and positivity and whatever it is really. This is just another little background and where you will find me outside of filming, working away at my desk here and getting things done. So that's it. This is my little humble home, my little creation studio, and where you will see me from now on, and I'm really, really excited. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, any videos you would like to see, please let me know in the comment section down below. And I'm sure I haven't answered all of your questions in this video, so if you have any questions, please head on over and friend me on Instagram, because I'm going to be doing an Instagram live in the studio to answer any and all of your questions, whether they're related to health, the studio, the building, the whatever it is. Just find me on Instagram. I will be going live on there very soon. And Instagram is the best place to get in touch with me and create like a personal friendship between you and I, because I try to respond to all of my DMs as often as possible, and I would love to hear from you. Anyway, I think that brings us to the end of today's video. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it entertaining. And if you would like to see my future uploads, please don't forget to hit the like button, leave a little comment below, hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye!